So, welcome back to Into the Infinityverse, a peek behind the curtain of the shared fanfiction universe me and my friend Jason Voorhees 2011 do. And I know I've done a video on this, but I decided, you know what? I didn't really get to talk a lot about the ideas we had for this universe. So for this piece of the universe, I mean. So I decided to do another vid on it, and that is, as you can see, we're going to be talking about the Yu-Gi-Oh side of the Infinityverse. So the Yu-Gi-Oh side of the Infinityverse is kind of still expanding. We've still got some characters to introduce. Remember, this is a totally new this is a different continuity. If you want to ask like where we are in Yu-Gi-Oh canon, this would be after, I guess, the whole Merrick storyline wrapped up, the whole Dual City storyline wrapped up. Yeah. So, there has been major changes to this universe. Let's kind of go through some small ones first. Actually, no, let's talk about the biggest first. The biggest being is that in this universe, in the Infinityverse, Yami, aka Atem, was the first Sorcerer Supreme. He was the original sorcerer who defeated, in this universe, he battled Mirage from Aladdin the Animated Series, Mirage is like our Dormammu. He used the Millennium Items to banish her to, forever banish her to her realm of Morbia, and then cast her brood, her spirits of evil, off to another world. However, during the fight, he was mortally wounded and died. After using the 7 Millennium Items to seal away Mirage. Now, Mirage, she is evil incarnate. So, she's been basically she's also been the mother, I'm going to talk about her real fast, she's also the mother of several big villains. One of whom we've kind of teased already, you might have guessed if you read Dark Phoenix, from what Washu says. If you're wondering what that means, yes, that character is one of the brood of Mirage. I digress. So, after Atem died, and Mirage has basically been using people as apprentices, and wanting to reach out with her power to get apprentices. And one apprentice she had in particular during her battle with Yami was Bakura, when he was the Thief King. Basically found him after his village was slaughtered, took him in, raised him, and made him like her apprentice. And now that he has, he's here in the present time, he's now collecting the Millennium Items in this universe. He's collecting the Millennium Items to free Mirage and bring out a whole new era of darkness to the universe. However, it's a rough patch between him and Mirage, and Bakura might be planning to strike it out on his own in the near future on the supernatural side. Now, since Atem was the Sorcerer Supreme, there were others after him. And now, our current Sorcerer Supreme is Merrick, who's gone through a redemption arc. He's battled his inner demons, he's come out on top, and now he is our Sorcerer Supreme, our Doctor Strange, our Doctor Fate, even. Merrick has been still, he's now, he's now done the trials, he's now faced Bakura, he defeated him, he now has ownership of both the Millennium Rod. He also has the Millennium Key because Shadi was killed in this continuity, was killed by Bakura. But the Millennium Key was passed to Merrick, who now owns both Millennium Items. He has access to both those. He still has the Millennium Rod, which he was trying to keep away. Like, his whole thing was, I didn't want to have the Millennium Rod. I put it away. I gave it to someone else. I had to get it back because I needed that power. And now, also, he's taken Janna from Starverse: The Forces of Evil as his apprentice. So he's been teaching her, and also they've been living at the Gracie Manor, aka the Haunted Mansion, because in this universe, Leota was the last Sorcerer Supreme before Merrick came along. And so yeah, they're living in the Haunted Mansion. That's their Sanctum Sanctorum. He's now living in New Orleans, just kind of, protecting the world from magical threats. Also, Odon is with them. We are using the English name for that, and we'll get to more of that in a minute. But yeah, Odon is like his Wong, so he's now living with them. Ishizu, I know we're using the American name, and there's a reason, but Ishizu is not with them. She's actually now married to Kaiba. Yeah, her and Kaiba are now married, and yeah, kind of teased that she might be pregnant with his child. Let's talk about Kaiba's side. Kaiba is one of the big billionaires in the universe. He's up there with like InGen. He actually tried to buy InGen, but he lost it to McFist, and he desperately wanted to have that power. He wanted to have the genetic power that InGen had, but he lost it to McFist. So Kaiba really has it out for Xanatos. He really does not like David Xanatos. Like him and Kaiba are like arch rivals. Among other things, Kaiba has also built himself in response to Xanatos' gargoyle armor. He's built his own humanoid version of a Blue Eyes White Dragon armor, because if Kaiba could build his own armor, you damn well know he would probably use it to build a humanoid version of a Blue Eyes White Dragon Iron Man armor. So yeah, he has that now, because he has all that fuck you video game, card game fuck you money. Kaiba is neither good he's not full evil or full good. He's just kind of on his own side, and he loves his wife, and he still has Mokuba with him. So they're all kind of their own little family, and they have another addition, which is John McClane. Yes, that John McClane from Die Hard. John, in his spotlight, he saved Ishizu and Mokuba from being assassinated by Cobra, and in return, Kaiba made him his new chief of security. So John McClane is on the Kaiba side. Moving on to our next set of characters, let's talk about let's get to the main cast. Like, you're probably wondering by now, what are the main cast doing in this universe? Like, what's their whole thing? So Yugi, the main cast, they're all kind of doing their own thing. They're still Atem's still trying to get his memories and all that. But one thing we did change is that everyone is going by a majority of the characters are going by their Japanese names, except Joey. He's not going to be Junichi, and his sister's going by her original name, Serenity. Reason being is because kind of thought it'd be it's easier to spell. Like, we tried multiple times to get Junichi right, and we kept messing it up. At least I did. And I was like, hey, how about we just and we're so used to calling Joey that character Joey. I was like, why don't we just call him Joey and have it in this universe that he's American. He is American. His family just lives in Japan. They live in Domino City, which is a place in Japan in this continuity. It's just another. It's like a metropolis or Gotham. It's just a city. Don't try to look for it on the map because it's going to be a little vague. Anyway, so we just had it that how about we just have Joey still be American? We just call him Joey. We have Serenity, and just have it that their family just lives in Japan. There's a lot of American families who live in Japan. It's no different. So she's not. So Taya is going to be called by her original name Anzu. Of course, we have Yugi. I think we said also for Tristan's name, too, is going to be Honda. I think we're keeping that name, too, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But, yeah. So, we got future plans for those characters right now. They're kind of in the background. But, yeah, you'll probably see more of them in the near future. As well as, we have plans for, all these Yugi supporting characters. We do have an idea for one of the villains from the filler arcs. That's going to be cool. I also, and I need to run this by Jason, but I guess I'll talk about it right now. I had a fun idea for Rex Raptor and Weevil Underwood of them being almost like a Bebop and Rocksteady kind of characters, meaning in the sense that they already were two bumbling fools, but the thing I want to do is have them meet Yuya from Killing Bites, who's got his own agenda going on with Beastmen, and already being Brute and Dominus Rex, and making dinosaur Beastmen. So you can probably guess where that's gonna go when Rex and Weevil run into him. So, yeah, I figured Yuya already has, like, 2 people with him. Figured we'd bulk up those numbers with, like, some 2 more willing candidates. Could Mako Tsunami, another D-list character, be among them? I don't know. Maybe that one's a toss-up because he does have a little more honor to him, but we'll see. That'll be up to me and Jason to decide. Another thing I forgot is that Janna now has the Millennium Necklace. That's what I forgot to mention earlier, is that she's now the owner of the Millennium Necklace. The Millennium Necklace has been rejecting Ishizu because of the changes of the universe, as well as it's also got to do a little bit of her pregnancy as well. Essentially, like, the Millennium Necklace was like, ooh, if I keep giving you these future visions, that means your baby's getting them too, because you two are connected, so he's getting them too. So I'm gonna fuck off and choose this younger girl who's learning about magic. I'll latch on to her because that's gonna drive your baby crazy. Anyway, so yeah. There are a few other things, like we do have a cool idea for darts and how to change. We've got a big change for Atlantis that's going to involve darts. That character, yeah, we're going to have something to do with darts. Stay tuned for that. We also have ideas for the other characters that we have some idea. We are doing some stories with Infinity League BC, so some of Atem's supporting cast is already there, and you're seeing a bit of them, as well as like mentions of like Zork and all of that. Actually, I can't remember if we wanted to keep Zork or not, and because Zork is Mirage fills in that role more than Zork. But yeah, as for other characters like Duke Devlin, a few other characters that we've had throughout the storylines, we haven't really got an idea for them, but yeah, we have talked about like putting more Yu-Gi-Oh characters in this series. So there you go, guys. That's just for right now. That's what we're doing with the with the Yu-Gi-Oh characters into the Infinityverse. You guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this? If you got any questions, comment below, let me know. And let me know what you guys thought of this. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.